Hey guys, welcome back to my channel for another true crime video. If you're new here, welcome, and thank you so much for clicking on this video today. If you do enjoy this type of content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you do not miss a video. 23-year-old Sydney Powell was convicted in the murder of her own mother, 50-year-old Brenda Powell. Brenda had worked at a children's hospital for 30 years prior to her death. Sydney, who was 19 years old at the time of the crime, was an honor roll student in high school and even received a scholarship to university. However, her grades began to drop and she ended up being kicked out of university. Sydney hid this from her family. However, her mother ended up finding out on a phone call with the school on March the 3rd, 2020. During the call, Sydney hit her mother with an iron skillet before grabbing a knife and stabbing her 30 times in the neck. The employee of the school who Brenda was on the phone with during the time of the attack heard the screaming and called 911 after attempting to call back twice with no answer. Brenda was rushed to the hospital where she died of her injuries. Sydney was arrested and charged with her mother's murder. She pled not guilty by reason of insanity, and the defense stated that she was assessed and diagnosed with schizophrenia. However, a clinical psychologist testified saying that there was never any previous diagnosis of mental illness and that it was a tight-knit family with no history of trauma. It appears Sydney had murdered her own mother purely to hide the fact that she was kicked out of university. The prosecution also stated that she had gone through efforts to cover up her actions as she had staged the scene to appear like a break-in. Sydney Powell was found guilty on September the 28th of 2023 and was sentenced to 15 years to life in prison. Basically what that means is it is a life sentence with the possibility of parole after having served 15 years. I think that's a pretty light sentence considering the fact that she had done something so horrific to her own mother. But as always, I would love to hear all of your thoughts and comments down below. Do you think that she was mentally ill? Do you think that she was just a spoiled brat that didn't want her mother to find out that she had been kicked out of school? It doesn't make any sense to me because she had a scholarship anyway, so her schooling, it didn't even have to be paid for by the family at all. You guys know I love to hear everything you have to say in the comments, and with that being said, that brings us to the end of this video today. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you guys in my next video.